Hey, hope you're doing good today. This is going to be step number 2 in the recovery process for the traumatized adoptee. I have plenty of videos on the trauma and that shining a light on the trauma adoptees go through from being separated from their mother at birth, and then if it's dismissed and prolonged and we're told that it's not there, that is pretty hard to heal from something that people don't believe that isn't there. So step 1 is acknowledging that the trauma is there, coming out of the fog of what I like to say, adoption fog. And then this is going to be reading from page 260 of Betty Jean Lifton's The Journey of the Adopted Self. And anything I say on this channel, I am not a medical professional or a doctor. I'm just an adoptee. I'm transracial adoptee. My parents were white. I'm Hispanic, and this is my experience on this channel. I can only speak for myself and my research. So the title of this page is How Do Adoptees Heal? The trauma specialist Judith Herman tells us that just as helplessness and isolation are the core experiences of physiological or psychological trauma, so are empowerment and reconnection the core experiences of recovery. Adoptees must search for ways to find that empowerment and reconnection with the same energy they used in searching for their origins. There is no other way, for healing, like life, is a process. As we have seen, the path to healing and the search for the missing pieces of the self. The search, the very idea of search is empowering, no matter what the outcome. As one adoptee said, it's not what you find, but that you find. I personally have found that true. I have to put 100% of my search into reunion and into finding about my origins. I've done all the tests, the DNA, ancestry test, and 23andMe. I've done those. Those are very helpful. It can connect you with any family members that are possibly on there that help with reunion. I'm still looking for my father's picture, anything about him. For me, he could be a really bad guy. For me, it doesn't matter. I still want to see what he looks like because my parents look nothing like me. So I wanted to see what he looks like, and it's still like a huge hole there. So moving on. For many adoptees, the healing begins when they take control of their lives by making the decision to search. And it continues imperceptibly with each victory along the way, each name or address or telephone number. Like the old man of Whitehaven who danced a quadrille with a raven, though they said it's absurd to encourage that bird. Oh, that's weird. Adoptees dance for the first time to their own tune. Basically, we got to take our power back and do what is needed in our hearts for fixing that missing piece of ourself, which is searching for our family and our origins. Acknowledging the need to search was like a declaration of independence, Lee said. That alone was one of the biggest steps I have taken towards my own health and well-being. A man admitted, I never enjoyed myself so much as when I did what they said I couldn't do. I followed a voice inside me that said, if you want to do it, do it. And I'm saying, if you want to do it, do it. This is for adoptees, of course, that want to search. I've talked to some adoptees that are like, oh, my family left me in an orphanage when I was at birth, and I have no longing to find them. That's great. I'm happy for you. I wish that I didn't have the urge to search or the longing to search, but I challenge you to look at my video to see if you're still in the fog. It's a self-analysis. I can't tell you you're still in the fog. Your parents can't tell you you're still in the fog. It's a bunch of questions to ask, to think about all these things that adoptees lose, all of our birthrights, our birth certificate, how it's not our real birth certificate, our medical history. We don't have our medical history. I know, buddy. Pictures of our biological family, what we look like, especially if you're a transracial adoptee like myself. I just encourage you to do some self-analysis to see if you possibly are missing some of the things you're not even aware of. But let's keep reading. Adoptees are empowered when they learn to confront very frightening emotions, such as the fear of being rejected by the birth mother and find they're still alive after it. One man whose birth mother not only refused to meet him, but he dismissed him on the telephone saying, "If you want answers, see a psychiatrist. If you want companion, get a dog." Jesus, that's fucked up. Sorry. Don't say that word. I expected to fall apart at any moment in the past. Period. In the past, he would have turned to alcohol and drugs. Now he was amazed at his own resilience and began to realize that he had been made strong by confronting the challenges in the search itself. Quote, "For me, the healing in search is through the process, not the outcome." That's huge. I'm going to say it again. The healing in search is through the process, not the outcome. So it's not if you're rejected. It's not if you're welcomed into your biological family by your birth mother or birth father. It is the fact that you are putting 100% effort in there and not letting other people tell you, oh, it's the wrong thing to do. Your mother was this, your mother was that. They gave you up for this. Oh, I was left at the orphanage, F them. You have to search your own soul to see if that's what you need to do. For me, it was extremely healing. And it still is, just to know that I care about myself enough to go out there and find the answers that I need, despite what everybody else around me says. He said, quote, "You give birth to yourself. You are your own midwife," end quote. Another man who found the search so threatening that he needed 6 months sick leave from work found such a responsive birth mother that he had to ask her not to call him every night. Quote, I needed to risk rejection and abandonment and fear and know it would be okay, that I would live," end quote. He said, quote, I feel healed. I can present myself as a whole unit." And that's the end of the search. Step 3 on recovery will be in future videos. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you recover. And I hope you are understanding that your feelings of anything are valid. Anything you're going through, whether it's negative, positive, your feelings are valid. Your experiences are valid. And you are loved. You're good. You're going to do this. Let's go.